In the highlands of Elbert County, Georgia, looms a curious and enigmatic monument known as the Georgia Guidestones. Erected in the year 1980, its colossal granite slabs bear cryptic inscriptions, which have fueled speculation, wonder, and conspiracy theories for decades. The origin of this structure is shrouded in mystery, as its true benefactor and purpose remain unclear. The story begins in June 1979, when a well-dressed gentleman who identified himself as R.C. Christian approached the Elbert Granite Finishing Company with an audacious proposal. Claiming to represent a small group of loyal Americans, Christian commissioned the construction of a series of stones that would function as a guide for humanity. Skeptical and intrigued, Joe Fenley of the Granite Company listened as Christian laid out meticulous plans for the massive project. Christian demanded absolute secrecy, and after setting up a pseudonym and escrow account, he vanished, leaving only his peculiar instructions behind. Carved into the immense stones are 10 guidelines inscribed in 8 modern languages, including English, Spanish, Swahili, and Hindi, as well as 4 ancient scripts: Babylonian, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphs. These precepts advise the preservation of humanity in harmony with nature and intellect. They speak of an ideal population cap of 500 million, fair laws, judicious choices, and a balance with nature, evoking both admiration and fear for their seemingly prescient yet dystopian ideals. Many have interpreted the stone's messages as an ominous prophecy, while others see them as a utopian vision for the future. Over the years, the Guidestones have become a pilgrimage site for the curious, the scholarly, and the conspiratorial. The enigma of R.C. Christian deepens the fascination, for no concrete evidence of his identity has ever surfaced. Speculations abound, suggesting cryptic ties to the Rosicrucians, a secretive society of esoteric thinkers, or perhaps a grandiose art project by an eccentric millionaire. More mystically inclined individuals perceive the Guidestones as a modern-day equivalent to ancient relics, which encode lost knowledge. Despite the myriad theories, the true intentions behind this granite monument remain an unfathomable secret, casting an enduring spell on all who ponder its silent stones.